everybody, this is Salvi here with the VTuber news coming right up for you. Before that, of course, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell, and the like button as well, and let's get right into it. We have PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, who really is not known for being very ethical in the treatment of their animals. They have a lot of things going on there, and they do clout chase quite a bit, which is what they're doing here. It says, Umausume, Pretty Derby, we're honest. Your favorite horse girl doesn't get a comeback arc. One failed event. The race is over forever. It's like what happened to the real Silence Suzuka. So what they're talking about is that, yes, Silence Suzuka did break a leg, I believe. Same thing with Rice Shower and things like that. And, the situation is what it is when it comes to horse racing. What they are trying to make it as like horse racing is abusive, etc. I don't see it as that way. And they did something that I am not going to show you guys, and that's why I went down here. And we're going to talk about this. I made sure to go down quickly when it comes to all this kind of stuff here. And we are going to take a look here. We can do more than that at a time. It says nothing you do will ever amount to anything more than a crappy PR stunt. Save yourselves the trouble. Better yet, go save some animals for real this time. PETA, when it comes to being and complaining about video games instead of actually helping animal welfare in any way ever. Here, PETA's working every day for animals. That's what they're saying, blah, blah, blah. But they also put down animals. Crowdfunding from Meisho Doto's Northern Lake Farm, which is 50 million yen goal. Umausume fans actually help racehorses. And if you actually use your monetized account to do anything other than get screwed by the entire world, your organization has accomplished a net negative in anything that's set out to do. So they got destroyed for this. And of course, they're going to continue trying to fluff themselves. It says, can't wait for all y'all to get sued because Umausume is a political tool. Using Umausume as a political tool is against the content guidelines. PETA before Umausume sends them to hell. So yeah, a lot of people are like mentioning this. Graphic drawing of an injured Umausume character has sparked outrage because let me just explain what the actual image was. I'm not going to show it because I don't want to show it. It was, of course, her laying down, like her being down, grabbing her leg, and the bone sticking out of the shin area of her leg. It was not good. It was not a good image. It was meant for shock value, as PETA is known to do. It was stupid. PETA's graphic drawing of an injured Umausume character sparked outrage as fans say the drawing violates the game's content guidelines, and it does. It absolutely does for Silence Suzuka. And, it does get a lot of backlash. Umausume image sparks outrage. As is outlined in the official site, developers prohibit from creating or sharing content involving explicit, illegal, political, etc., or any rights infringing depictions of the characters. Because they have to do this, because a lot of the horse owners wanted this in writing because they don't want anything negative happening with their horses. Exploiting an injury for shock value without acknowledging the immense effort Kobo officials put into ensuring the best possible care for their horses. Additionally, they seem to be disregarding fan work guidelines. Outrage has also reignited discussion around the real-world Silence Suzuka. Japan's most beloved racehorses suffered a catastrophic leg injury during the 1998 Tenno Show, where his injury was so severe he had to be euthanized on the track. Same thing happened with Rice Shower. It does happen. It's rare, very rare, but it does happen. Like out of hundreds of different horses, thousands of races, it's rare for them to get a severe injury and enough to be put down immediately. And of course, we're gonna have people here. If y'all hate PETA, it would be a great time to report PETA to CYGAMES for posting illegal gore of Silence Suzuka as its literal violation of their content guidelines. You have here, copy the format. PETA is using Umausume's copyrighted design basically for a report situation for the whole thing. EM players, everybody. A real animal rights activist getting ready to cook PETA over insulting Silence Suzuka. Over here, CYGAMES sue PETA and my life is yours. PETA, the world's largest animal rights organization, has suddenly made the following post illustrations from Umausume. They violate content guidelines, but we recognize that just because a massive international organization doesn't necessarily mean it's fair. So yeah, continuing with that, like I said, I'm not going to be showing very much else. You can kind of see a little bit of it. I didn't show the gore part. Luckily, it wasn't shown here. But yeah, it is really bad. It is in poor taste. And I do think PETA does deserve all the hate that they've gotten. Kairyu Crocodile is a VTuber who joined the X VShojo, well, Lost Generation in this case. It was ex VShojo because they were going to be a part of the VShojo generation, and she was going to be a part of this. It's not something that they just picked up all of a sudden. She was going to be a part of this, just kind of how they were going to have like Made Mint and that push for the Densetsu.exe that they were going to have, or whatever it was going to be called, the idol generation that they were going to have inside of VShojo. They seem to have been getting one big person to push the rest of the generation through, and they're doing that too with this one. They got one very big member of the animation community. If you know, then you know, and you know what? This is the only time I'm going to be saying this as a VTuber does come in, but as everyone expected, it is a certain huge animation channel, part of the animation community. Just look at the hair, just look at that. If you remember when I put out a video in regards to that, I believe it was called Huge VTuber Joins the Beasties, or joins something like that. We all know who it is at this point, and I'm going to show you who it actually is. Of course, a lot of people were like wondering exactly what it was. All these types of new things are popping up. Of course, as she is people are starting to figure out who she was. She's already gotten 88,000 subscribers, and she just debuted the other day. 243,000 views on her debut animation, 292,000 views in her debut. This is who it is. Let's take a look.
So hi, thanks for clicking on my video. Since this is my first video, I might as well do like a introductory, get to know me kind of thing.
A certain part of one of the largest members of the animations community, who happens to have a bird named Ari, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if it's a conure or something like that. It is a cute little parrot that has their own mind named Ari. And yeah, you kind of have an idea. Like I said, the only time I'm ever going to mention that they are a part of this community, I'm just going to mention the name real quick. First name, Jaden, and then you can figure that out yourself, the rest of it. This is the only time I'm going to mention something like that, because it was a big thing that people were wondering who she was. From now on, though, moving forward, you may not like the fact that I even mentioned it, because, you know, the VTuber rules, blah, blah, blah. I was never really a follower of those rules until someone actually is a part of something there. From now on, she is going to be Kairyu Crocodile. Don't ever mention who she is in the chat, of course, because it is usually against the rules, and it is rude to the person that has started this. So, like I said, from now on, I'm not going to mention who she was. I'm just going to mention who she is in any other future stories.
I figured the easiest way for me to do that is via bulletin board, so that's what we're gonna do. We can start with an easy one. My name is Kairyu Crocodile. For the record, I'm sorry, that's already a lie. I just saw that other VTubers had like these cool first name, last name kind of thing going on, and I wanted that too, so I went onto Google and I typed in cool names, and I found Kairyu. And I liked it because Google said that if you use the right kanji, then it can mean sea dragon. No idea if that's real or not. It could be lying to me. So I added Kairyu to my name, but it's really just Crocodile. I know that's a lot of syllables, so you can call me Croc or Crocky, whatever.
Crockpot! Crockpot is her new name. That's what we're gonna call her from now on.
Similar name that could be. So a little bit about me. I wouldn't say I'm like sensitive about bloomer. Why would I leave the egg when I can stay in the egg? And I live in a swamp, as you can see. Try to go out into the real world and experience things, but nothing really has beaten staying at home watching YouTube videos. Follow up to that, I'm really good at saying I'm gonna do something and you're gonna watch me forget it instantly. I need you to not be shocked, okay? Sometimes I feel like I have a hole in my head where all my memories just fall through, and until a doctor prescribes me with hole in head, I just have no idea how I can be this bad at remembering names.
So yeah, she has a lot of fun things. Another fun fact that we have here:
eating these Annie's Shells cheddar product, my stomach hurts so bad, and I really like it. It's a shame. I really like this mac and cheese. Like, I'll eat it and then I'll have a tummy ache and I'll be like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I'm never.
So yeah, I did want to showcase as much as I could about what she's doing here. And like I said, although we know now who she is, because that voice is unmistakable, if you know anything about the animation community, I did mention the name before. Like I said, from now on, after this video, after this portion here, unless, you know, something specifically comes up with both of them, you know, intermingling in some way. I will do my very best to not mention it, just out of respect for who they want to be now. They were that person in the past, and maybe they're still going to be doing stuff there, but if they themselves keep it separate from now on, I'm going to keep it separate from now on after this video, of course. Big congratulations to Kairyu Crocodile, and as you can tell, she's had a ton of success, and I hope that she continues to have more success and pushes the Beasties up. People were worrying about, oh my goodness, is this going to be something that's going to, you know, ruin the Beasties? Is this going to be something that's going to make it so that she gets all the limelight? I don't think it's going to be that way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to show you guys some of the reactions that people had to the whole thing. Not only down here, but continuing on. 5 seconds in, wait a minute, why do Miku self? I understand it now, I just can't prove it. Brand new VTuber, over 100k first videos, so they have to be somebody that graduated re-debut. Got effing flashbang by the voice. Not in a million years would I've ever thought she would be a VTuber. Well, a different VTuber. Because yes, in her original way, she did become a VTuber. After a while of being just kind of like an animated figure, she became a VTuber eventually. Bro, Crocodile can get better internet than me, it's crazy. I knew likes Miku, Pokemon 2 pet birds. Yeah. And Chikawa. So yes. Why does YouTube keep recommending me this video? Watch this the first 5 seconds. Oh. And of course, we're going to go for some Twitter stuff as well. And here are some of the reactions on Twitter. Oh, cool. New VTuber debuted. This in 5 seconds. Holy S, it's that. Let me look up what people on Twitter are saying. Search the person, as I mentioned before. On Twitter, search. It's all that. Well, once you get big enough, and you're a woman, even if you're a guy sometimes, but mainly if you're a woman, you do R34 becomes a thing. R34 is a thing that's going to continue happening. Was wondering why this random VTuber blew up by getting praised by big VTubers. It's an industry plant. It's that person there. Of course, it's like, oh, cool, new VTuber doesn't seem familiar to me at all. Crying with happiness. I like her already. Guys, I have a theory. A game theory. In this case, a VTuber theory. But yeah, we showed it as well because of the design was very much like something that was around that you know, the one on the right, Jane Animations, was having as a like, I think a friend designed it for her. Thanks for clicking on the video. There we go. It says Crocodile. It's happening so soon. That everyone already knows who she is. VTuber is like a shot in dopamine straight to my brain holes. Everyone knew I knew it. I know that voice. I have a new Oshi. Yeah. Some people take it insane. Person was in the bulletin board, was insane. Congrats, Crocky. Oh wow, a new VTuber I must have never heard in my entire life. Yes, sir. So yeah, people are this one is like deja vu. That's what this was all about, because that was one of the songs inside of Initial D. So yeah, just here showing you a little bit of how the rest of the VTuber community and the community overall reacted. It is great to see that they are all together now. And yes, they are going to keep pushing each other up. They're going to keep doing collabs together and creating something that VShojo tried to take away from them, but they're strong and they never allowed it to happen. Shinma Vtuber is a VTuber in training. They sing, they write. They have been around for about 1.5 years or so, and they have a big announcement that they have put out there. It is, as mentioned down here, a graduation announcement. They're going to be graduating, I believe, at the end of the year. Let's listen to a little bit of what they said. And of course, I made sure that there wasn't anything here that would say that I couldn't clip it. So for right now, I'm just going to have a little bit of her words and then just kind of give you the gist of what I got from this.
Around a 1.5 years that we all spent together. Every moment, every game, every chat, every karaoke stream, every tomato you guys sneak into the chat, and even the quiet days, they all mean so much to me. Way more than anything I can ever put into words. でもこっそり流れてくる
She does it in Japanese too as well.
To today. I hope you continue to support each other like you have done for me. You all made this place a place where a place to belong. Not just for me, but for everybody around you and everybody in the chat right now. And everybody in the Shimabito Kingdom. 笑ったり学んだり
So yeah, she just continues to talk to her community, thanking them for everything, just, you know, letting them understand what is going to be going on. It could be that she is going to reincarnate later. We don't know. With VTubing, it's one of those interesting things that sometimes they're gone for good, or sometimes they have maybe an opportunity that popped up in the VTubing community that makes it so that they are going to be having something else, something new, something big, etc. We don't know for sure, but my hope is that whatever happens, whatever she does, she has fun, she enjoys herself, she is proud of what she was able to create before as Shinma, and moves forward with that pride, that sense of accomplishment to whatever she does in the future. Kobo Kaneru is a member of Hololive ID, Hololive Indonesia. She's part of the third generation of VTubers with Zeta and Kyla. So today we're talking about her because she did have her 3D live recently. This was for her birthday, if I'm not mistaken. So that's why it was 3D Co-Born Day. And let's take a look at a little bit of what she did here, as I always do.
Right. Are you guys ready for the next performance?
Oh! That is, I believe it was Iofi, Reine, as well as Risu, and Ollie a part of it, as you can see when they kind of go out a bit more and show all of them there. Yep.
Sensitif ini
Zeta and her, of course.
Oke, kalau gitu bye. Nggak mau ikut aku lagi.
That's cute! Cute, cute, cute! And of course, that is the Fuomoko twins, Miko and Fubuki, joining her on this song. I'm just showing little bits and pieces of it, of course, because of, you know, the copyright issues. So her and Crony here. Matsuri and Subaru joining her.
Okay. Kobo
Bancho and Kanade joining her there. Bancho has good singing. Even though sometimes you can't understand her when she says normal words, she can sing. There we go. And one with Narissa. Awesome, awesome. Love it. And that's another one closing for her. They always have nice places for them to kind of be in the middle of everything. They always do this in all of the big 3D lives that they have for Hololive. Either, you know, they've had Marine with her pirate ship. They've had other ones with like a carriage, things like that. They always have something wonderful for each and every one of them, which is great to see. And now we're going to go for some of the merch, of course. You know, they have the happy and other pieces of merch. They have the tapestry, the Princess You Got This button badge. They have the as well as the Kobo plushie keychains and such. And she also finishes a song with Marine. This is the type of music that Marine really does like. It isn't necessarily city pop or anything like that, but it's kind of like old, nostalgic, like 90s type of Japanese music. It is very nice. I do like that they had a song together. And of course, when it usually happens, they do have she has a song at the end. And yeah, she just has some fun here with everything, all the people that joined her. Very glad she was able to do this. And of course, a late happy birthday to Kobo. Welcome back, everybody, to the Vtuber Showcase, a place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of various sizes, shapes, forms, types, everything in between. The reason why I do this is simple, because I want it to be a positive place for VTubing, a place where I promote others instead of promoting myself, and bring the VTuber community up, and make some changes that I want to see in the VTuber community. Today we're talking about Moonvale, or kitsumoonvale. They are a DBD creator, Frank's wife, P100 Sable, Legion Yui. So there we go, and take a look at their follower section. There's stuff going on here. We also have their, you know, the regular about section. That's what we're going to look at. Cosplayer, VTuber, mental health awareness, fate of project, Demi-Pact, Dead by Daylight creator, and then it continues on with what was on Twitter. And we have here something that they did recently, well, in the last month or so, of Dead by Daylight, it looks like. Let's take a look.
Hi. Oh, I don't get. What just happened? That was so good. I'm so confused.
So there you go. I raised the volume a little bit. I do apologize for it being a little bit low, but sometimes Twitch does that. Twitch makes some certain volumes a little low sometimes. And we move on to kitsumoonvale's YouTube side, where they have some highlights from other things that they've done. Snatch and a Hatch, VTuber Cosplay Susie, Back to Kill Streaks, things like that. And they also have some shorts that they've been putting out to kind of, you know, promote their channel a bit more. The shorts have been doing rather well. At least recently they seem to have been doing rather well. Thank you so much, kitsumoonvale, for allowing me to showcase you on my channel. And I hope this helps you in some way. Thank you guys for watching, as always, and of course, take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.